Thank you all for joining. Today is the day I've decided to repot my Peperomia Marble. When I first got this plant, there were 3 cuttings here, and then it started to grow and it fell over, and I cut pieces of it off to try to keep it under control. It fell over again, and so I decided to let the plant do what the plant wanted to do, and it shot up some new shoots of its own. Which I think eventually will flop over as well. It's doing pretty well. I have increased the light slightly by adding a second Barina light because it's reverting to nearly fully green. But also, it's been in this pot for quite some time. I think this is over a year old, and I feel like this pot is just way too small for it now. The plant isn't giving me that indication. I'm just thinking of it on my own. So I potted it in I believe this is a 4-inch terracotta pot when I first got the plant. And then I bought a 6.5-inch terracotta pot, and this is going to be its new home. What I've done already is I've sorted through the mix. I have the Miracle-Gro cactus potting mix, and I went through and took out some of the bigger sticks that they have in the bag, and I added cocoa coir and a generous few scoops of perlite, and then we'll get this out of the pot. We'll get a look at what the roots look like, and then we'll pot it up. So I'll be back. It didn't come out of the pot easily, and the roots are very dry looking, and I don't want to mess with them too much. They look a little fragile. So I'm basically just going to pop this into the secondary pot and then pile the soil mixture around it, and then water this plant in. Hopefully this will continue to grow and thrive under the new conditions. We'll give it a second, and I'll pot it up. So the plant is now repotted. You can see that it's kind of flopping over. It was a bit of a floppy plant anyway. I have, disturbed its roots, disturbed its environment, and it's all floppy right now. That might change as it readapts to the new pot. I did double check, and this is a 2-year-old plant. So it was in that little pot for 2 years. So it might be really happy now, or it'll take some time to adapt, I would assume. One of the things that I found really interesting on the unpotting of the plant was how fine the roots are compared to, say, my syngonium. So these plants do have delicate root systems. You do have to be a little more careful with them. But if you get them in their environment they enjoy, they can stay in that environment kind of root bound for a number of years. So I have up-potted it now to the 6.5. Maybe I'll leave it in this for maybe 2, maybe 3 years. We'll see. We'll see how happy it is. We'll see what it does. I've upgraded the light a tiny bit, and I will show you in the future an update on what this plant thinks and how it does. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is, because of how dry the soil was and the type of soil that I used, which is a mixture of perlite and cactus potting soil, I'm going to bottom water this first, and then going forward I'll probably start top watering it again. But today I'm going to bottom water it so that it gets fully saturated, because today was watering day anyway, and hopefully this plant will bounce back and be happy, and hopefully I didn't just destroy it. Take a moment to please like and subscribe. It means more than you'll ever know. Thank you.